there, it's Mary. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. It seems like it's just been a little while ago since I've done a video for you, and it actually has been. I'm trying to get a few of them done today. So does this look familiar? This is where my house used to be, right here. But I moved it. I decided not to use my house as a welcoming area for the dogs going into heaven. So this is Rainbow Bridge, and then this leads to heaven. I am going to make a kind of an entrance area to Rainbow Bridge, a welcoming area, a place to relax, to check in, to just make your way to Rainbow Bridge. If you were a dog going to heaven, that is. Over here, I'm going to do something a little different right here. So I'm very excited to show you what I have planned here. I really do hope that you like it, and that this is something that will be, I don't know, just kind of peaceful for you. That's what I'm going for, something that's peaceful for the animals that are going over to heaven. This is a nice starting area. So if you'll hang on with me, I'm going to go ahead and get this video going, and we'll get this build going. Here we go. So I really hope you like what I'm doing so far. I've got the statue here in the middle. That actually lines up pretty well, a lot better than my house did from when you come in from the airport. And I'm not going to do this front part until last, just because it's easier to see what I'm doing behind first. So I'm kind of working backwards. So the dog would come in, and of course there's going to be a little area that I'm going to put in now over here, but I have the halos here so they can get their halo. The reason for the wastebasket is no more tears in heaven. There's no more tears, so they can deposit their tissue or their Kleenex and deposit it there. So what I'm going to do over here is very sweet, and I wanted to talk it out as to my reasoning, because if you just came to the dream address, you would probably wonder what was the idea? Some of you may be able to put it together. Probably those who have lost quite a few pets would understand it. This is going to be kind of like a little comfort room or a little waiting room. So I have the sofa customized. It has a little bit of my flag showing, hanging, draping down. So that's what that is. It didn't show the right part of the flag draping down, but it's okay. And I just want you to see what this is to represent. I don't know how many of you have had to take your animal or your pet, your loved one, to the animal hospital or to a veterinarian, and they're sick or they're ill or whatever. You all have probably been there. And in my case, I have had this happen more than I care to, but yet I still have animals because they bring me so much joy. And I know when I get a new pet that at some point down the road I'm going to lose them. But I don't know how many of you have come into the situation where the medical personnel comes in and just says, "I'm so sorry, there's nothing we can do. It's in the animal's best interest if we put them down." I have been in that situation more than I care to remember. And then there is a room that they will set you up in. In COVID, it was pretty rough, but they always let me come in. I had a couple animals I had to put down during COVID, and they always let me come in and sit and hold my dog as long as I wanted. And I would get on the floor and I would hold them and just love on them and pet them and tell them how much I love them until the moment I was ready to tell them to hook up the IV and to say goodbye. So that's what this represents. So yeah, I know I'm getting emotional. I've been there too many times. I wish I could tell you I will never be there again, but I know I will. The reason I know I will is because I always give my heart out to the animals. I rescue animals and I get so much joy and love from them, but it's that one day I lose them that I just never want that day to come, but it always somehow seems to. So that's what this room represents. It represents that moment when you're sitting with your loved one, you're saying goodbye. It's the very last moment that you have to hold them. And then they're gone. And in my mind, with this island, they walk over here and they get their halo. And you put your tissue in the basket because there's no more tears. And then you walk over to Rainbow Bridge, which is so pretty and happy. And just, they go to, in my mind, the most beautiful place they could. Doggy heaven. And that's where they live their life. So that's what this island represents. It's so much more than an Animal Crossing island. It's so much more than a video. I just wanted to walk you through my mindset on that. And if you come to the dream address and you come to this area, if you've ever been in that situation where you've had to say goodbye, just remember, that's what this is all about. It is to bring peace and comfort to those who have lost a dog, a cat, anything, any type of animal. They are all so precious. I am an animal lover to the core, but I wanted to talk that out with you. I wanted you to understand if you came here and you're like, I don't understand this one area. Well, that's what this one area is. So I hope it helps if you have to go through that at some point and you've never been through it. It is very hard, and it is something that when you rescue an animal and you play with them and you love them and you go day in and day out, years pass and you have so many happy memories. Just know at some point this day is going to come, whether they pass on their own. I have had several dogs that just passed at home. I didn't even expect it. I didn't know it was going to happen, and they just went on their own. I would almost rather have it go that way than having to go to the animal hospital. But I hope this brings peace to somebody who might be hurting with the loss of an animal. So I just wanted you to understand what that was all about. And I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the rest of this to finish the build. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I am so much better. I pulled myself together. I put in the description to get your Kleenex out, so that was why. It just always gets me emotional. So, anyways, here we are. Like I said, I put that one statue because look how nice that lines up with this whole entrance here. You can see it from down below. When you come in from the airport, it's there. If you tilt a little bit, you can see it. So, and it lines up nicely. My house didn't line up at all. I just was never pleased with that. So this is a really nice way to work out this this area. And I put the castle walls like this just because it's an odd shape. I didn't have a straight cliff where I could put them in a straight line. So this, I think this works well. I did move this pillar right here back one space just because I needed to match it up with the other side. So I just did that a moment ago. And I'm putting lighting out because I'm going to have the dream address. It's going to be at nighttime, and I'm trying to put as much light out as I can. So here is the finished build. If you come through here, and you can either come this way and sit down in the waiting room, the little sitting area. You can come this way, and then of course the dog would get their halo and come through this way, which if you tilt it you can see what's back here. I just couldn't figure a way of having it look the way I wanted to look, and you know, and not cover this up. But you can see this still. This is the original entrance to Rainbow Bridge. I'm keeping this area here. It looks so pretty. It looks so happy. And that's what I'm going for. So you come through here and cross over rainbow bridge. I've got the confetti on this side blowing, which is nice, and you go into heaven. So that is this one build today completes this area, except for a couple little touches I need to place in heaven. So I really am very happy with this. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So much better than if I left my house here. So yep, I'm actually very pleased and happy with it. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of the area, and what you think of the changes that I made as far as moving my house and putting up the statue. So that leads to the question, where did I put my house? I think we'll save that for another video. And for right now, I just want to thank you so much for being here and putting up with me and my emotions with that one little area. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're liking the builds on Hallelujah. We're almost done. We're going to get there. And then I will discuss in another video my plans for the next set of videos and my next builds. So yay! I'm all excited about that. It's going to be much different than what I've done in the past. All right. Well, have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. And I'll see you in the next video.